Good day everyone! I am Andrea Pahayat, a BEd4 student at Negros Oriental State University, Shaton Campus. So in this video, I will discuss to you the emerging trends in Philippine education. Are you excited? Before we dive into these trends, let's take a quick look back. Years ago, classrooms in the Philippines were very traditional. Teachers stood in front, delivered lessons mostly through chalk and blackboard, and students were expected to listen, memorize, and recite. Learning was very teacher-centered, right? But as time changed, when the rise of technology, new research in education, and the needs of globalized society, this setup became less effective. Today, education is not only about knowledge, but also about skills, creativity, collaboration, and even emotional growth. That is where the emerging trends come in. Let's start with artificial intelligence and educational technology. Imagine a teacher in the past manually checking hundreds of quizzes. It took hours. But now, platforms like Google Classroom or AI-based apps can automatically grade, track progress, and even suggest what a student needs to improve. For example, a struggling math student can get personalized practice sets generated by an app. This doesn't replace the teacher, but it helps the teacher focus on guiding and mentoring instead of being buried in routine tasks. Next is digital literacy. In the past, students relied on textbooks and libraries, but now, information is everywhere online, some true and some false. Digital literacy means knowing how to search wisely, evaluate sources, and use technology responsibly. For instance, instead of copying random answers from the internet, students learn to cross-check facts and cite reliable sources. This prepares them to be responsible digital citizens, not just tech users. We all know that blended learning is a combination of traditional face-to-face teaching with online activities and digital resources. Before, learning was confined to the four walls of the classroom. If a student missed class, they often fell behind because there were no materials outside. Now, teachers may discuss lesson in class, then assign students to watch videos, join online discussions, or take quizzes at home. This allows students to learn at their own pace while still having direct guidance in school. Moving on to personalized learning, unlike one-size-fits-all method in traditional classrooms, this approach adjusts to each learner's strengths and weaknesses. Think of a grade 3 English class. One student struggles with reading, while others reads ahead. Instead of giving them the same worksheet, the teacher uses apps or varied activities so each student learns at their level. This ensures no learner is left behind. Another emerging trend is social emotional learning or SEL. Traditional education mainly focused on academics, but today we recognize that students need to manage emotions, build relationships, and show empathy. For example, teachers may start the day with short reflection activities where learners share how they feel or include group tasks that promote teamwork. SEL helps students not only excel in school but also grow as caring and responsible individuals. Next is project-based learning. In the past, learning often stopped at memorizing definitions, but now, students are asked to apply what they learn to real-world challenges. For example, a grade 6 science class might be tasked with creating a simple waste segregation system for their school instead of just copying notes about garbage disposal. This way, Students gain deeper understanding and problem-solving skills that go beyond the classroom. And finally, gamification. Let's admit it. Many students find traditional lectures boring. Gamification uses elements of games like points, badges, or challenges to make learning more exciting. For instance, a grade 4 math teacher might turn multiplication drills into a class competition with leaderboards and rewards. Students are more engaged because learning feels like play, yet they're still meeting the lesson objectives. In summary, Philippine education is transforming from the old, teacher-centered model into something more interactive, innovative, and student-focused. Through these emerging trends in Philippine education, we are preparing learners not only to succeed in academics but also to thrive in life.